Early personal on Giannis, and now an early one on Brook Lopez.
And that's not the start Doc Rivers wanted to see from his team, because it takes away the aggressiveness of those bigs, and you see the easy bucket from Siakam.
Hard. Draws two, out to Turner, three to shoot. Turner drives in. That time, Antetokounmpo blocked him cleanly. Here comes Giannis storming in for the finish and the foul. Kuzma slicing. Left it short. Indiana on the move. Nembhard able to reverse it in and beat Lillard down the floor. Rims out. Turner the offensive rebound. Lost the handle. Threw it away. Here comes Trent. Trent waits and finishes. Plus the foul. A 10-8 lead for Milwaukee. 4 minutes into the first quarter of Game 3. Indiana a 2-0 series lead. Nesmith got that one. That's a third straight wide open look.
In Game 2, it was up to 16 points for him, but was 4 of 5 from beyond the three-point arc.
Kuzma gets denied by Halliburton. After it looked like Kuzma had outstanding position, caught that deep. Antetokounmpo ranges to the rim. Halliburton into the teeth of the D. Back out. Guarded by Kuzma. Halliburton pulls and knocks it down from way deep. Tyrese Halliburton has talked about how fun the extracurriculars of this series are. Here's Trent. He got it. Another for Gary Trent Jr. having a big first. Quickly down the other end, Siakam blast to the bucket off the dish from Halliburton. Here comes Trent, back to Lillard. Bobby Portis in along with A.J. Green off the bench. Antetokounmpo, center of the lane for the slam. Out there with McConnell, Porter, Bryant, and Nesmith. Toppin got grabbed on the jersey, lays it in, count it, plus the foul. And Green being ridden by Siakam. Portis can't hit, Sims the O-board. Green, wide open look. Is good. Portis misses the bunny. It caroms out to McConnell. Here's Mathurin soaring in for the finish. Lillard a deep one. Back ironing off. McConnell flags down the board. Here's Mathurin storming in for the bucket of the foul. Very true. Giannis with 13 on 5 of 6 shooting. Lillard through the lane. Floats it in. 3 seconds remaining. Off the inbound. Couldn't finish. Look at Bryant using the wingspan. Right back to Siakam. Damian Lillard.
Quickly, if he makes one, but at first you force him to shoot that.
Siakam, Mathurin, fakes the three, slides in, and finishes. Benedict Mathurin having himself a half. Giannis back in. Trent harassing.
See Giannis back in the zone once again defensively for the Bucks.
Nesmith able to find a little pocket and take advantage.
How about Doc Rivers having Kyle Kuzma initiating offense? Talked about he only held onto the ball for 50 seconds in Game 1.
Kuzma got that one.
Impact on that end of the floor.
Halliburton bounces. Nesmith will fire and hit again. He has 3.
When everyone is getting their opportunities on the offensive end, if you force Halliburton to just be a scorer, that's not the way that he wants to play.
Halliburton can do that as well.
Even though he has the ability to be able to do it, that Rick Carlisle's getting from that spot. You consider Nesmith and Benedict Mathurin, those two guys, tremendous production here on the road.
Nesmith up to 15 and a half as Trent brings in another 3.
I'm surprised Toppin didn't attack Giannis with Giannis playing with those 2 fouls.
No look to the corner. That 3 is good. Shepard getting some minutes and making them stick.
And we just talked about Obi Toppin should have attacked Giannis. You see Siakam had no problem with that.
How about Nesmith meeting Giannis at the apex, but the persistence.
All that does when you're not making threes allows you to continue to load the paint and build that wall against Giannis getting downhill.
Siakam deep position and the finish. Halliburton kind of settled into that instead of getting into the 2-for-1. Halliburton to the rim. Oshkosh North getting to the cup. Lillard, no. Giannis, yes.
Dame's calling for an assist. Who's going after the loose ball? Slipped in a wet spot. Actually dove a second time, but that one unintentional.
Into the corner. Trent's three is good. The presence of Siakam. Also talked about the value of his experience. Giannis off the steal. Nembhard tips it. Trent, you bet. Neesmith connects.
How about the response?
Porter tiptoeing. Green snakes inside, pops it in the air. Giannis the finish and the foul.
But going to keep Mathurin in the game even after the technical foul.
Spacing got jumbled there. Topping. Oh, wow.
Giannis was absolutely going to attack Mathurin on the offensive end.
Halliburton, great look to Siakam, who lays it in. They now lead by 8. Trent, catch, fire, you bet!
With 1:25 remaining in this third quarter with an 11-point lead, and you bring him back fresh to start the fourth, he's going to finish the game.
Siakam using the window beautifully, 20-point night. Here's Portis, poked away. Portis trying to take Siakam, fading away, and hitting. See if his voice makes it through the fourth. Lillard starting this fourth, connects!
And how about the confidence?
And Lillard out there right now without Trent, without Giannis to begin this fourth. Green in the corner, he got it! Nembhard. Dumping it in, Siakam turns and hits.
We talked about the consistency, back to 25 points for him.
Siakam with the answer.
For an offensive opportunity to grab that one and put it right back in.
And everybody else had vacated.
Yeah, almost as though there had been a shot clock violation, but Giannis doing the job on the block. Do this in their series against Cleveland last year.
Trent on the steal. Here's Giannis. Trent wide open. You bet! It's the Gary Trent Jr. game.
That many people would have wanted him to be, but he hasn't been scoring and has brought it in so many different areas, as does this gentleman right here, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Nembhard gives it up. Halliburton a three is good. Tyrese Halliburton, 11.
And looking like Rick Carlisle is going to wave the white flag on this one is Johnny Furphy.
Trent again! 9 threes for Gary Trent Jr.
Exchanged it, just a look between the two.
Rick Carlisle empties the bench.
You got to find Trent right here. This is the spot.
Giannis instead to the rack. Where do they go from here after Milwaukee gets back in the series with this Game 3 win?
Well, Rick Carlisle always talks about, there are going to be adjustments for both teams each and every game. Every game in the playoffs takes on a personality of its own.
The Bucks are on the board in the 2025 NBA playoffs. Milwaukee takes Game 3.